Red Bull's dominance in Formula One has been nothing short of legendary. With Christian Horner at the helm and Adrian Newey masterminding design, they've built cars that others could only dream of matching. In recent years, Verstappen has transformed that engineering excellence into pure dominance on the track. Whether it's wet or dry, street circuit, or high-speed straightaways, Max has looked untouchable. But in Formula One, standing still is the same as falling behind. Development is the heartbeat of the sport. Every race weekend, every test session, every update, they all matter. So when Red Bull publicly states that they are ceasing all further upgrades to their car, it's not just surprising, it's seismic. What we're about to explore is not just a team making a strategy call, it's a top-tier team making a choice that could open the door for its fiercest rivals. And as we'll uncover, this isn't just about performance, it's about philosophy, finance, and long-term survival in a rapidly evolving F1 landscape. Red Bull's long-standing upgrade philosophy. To understand the gravity of Red Bull's recent decision, we need to rewind a bit and look at how this team has historically approached upgrades. Red Bull isn't just fast out of the box. They're known for constantly evolving their cars during the season. While some teams bring updates every few races, Red Bull's philosophy has often been one of continuous evolution, introducing smaller tweaks every single weekend and fine-tuning performance to an almost obsessive degree. From advanced floor designs to refined suspension setups, from rear-wing modifications to cutting-edge DRS efficiency, Red Bull's strength hasn't just been in building a great car, it's been in maintaining their edge while the rest of the grid claws to catch up. This upgrade culture has kept them a step ahead, especially critical in seasons where Ferrari or Mercedes threaten to close the gap. So, when a team so fundamentally built on development suddenly halts all upgrades, it's not just a technical decision. It's a tectonic shift. What was just confirmed now? Let's get into what Red Bull actually said. During an interview covered by F1 Scope and other outlets, Red Bull's senior engineers confirmed they would no longer be bringing any major, or even minor, updates to the RB20 car this season. This means no new aerodynamic tweaks, no additional floor modifications, no upgraded power unit components. It's effectively a freeze, a full stop on further development of the 2025 car. Even more interesting is the timing. This announcement came while teams like Ferrari and McLaren were actively bringing new update packages to gain vital tenths per lap. So why is Red Bull going the opposite direction? The official statement? Red Bull claims they've reached a point of diminishing returns, that the current version of the RB20 is already optimized to such a high degree that additional updates wouldn't bring meaningful time gains. And under the tight budget constraints imposed by the FIA's cost cap, they simply don't see the value in spending millions for tenths. Sounds reasonable, but is that the whole story? Digging deeper. The real reason behind the freeze. On the surface, Red Bull's logic appears sound. You don't throw money at marginal gains, especially when that money could be used to develop the 2026 car, one that will be built under entirely new engine regulations. But beneath that reasoning lies a more complex reality. Internally, Red Bull is dealing with more than just budget balancing. First, there's the Adrian Newey situation. Newey, the technical genius behind Red Bull's car success, is set to leave the team. With his departure looming, the team may be shifting resources towards solidifying its post-Newey development team. That takes time, manpower, and, you guessed it, budget flexibility. Second, there are rumors that Red Bull's in-season development tools haven't been delivering the expected performance gains. Some updates trialed earlier this season yielded no real lap time improvement, and may have even caused balance issues on certain tracks. If that's true, the team could be experiencing internal friction over development direction, so this upgrade halt may not be as neat and clean as they're trying to present it. What this means for Verstappen. Let's shift focus to Max Verstappen, the face of Red Bull Racing and arguably the most dominant driver on the grid today. Max thrives on confidence. He needs a car that responds exactly how he wants it to, and he needs a team that constantly sharpens the sword for battle. With upgrades now off the table, Max will be expected to carry the load without further technical improvements. That's a tall order. He may be the most consistent driver out there, but without fresh updates, he risks being overtaken by drivers who are now racing in newly upgraded machinery. You can almost picture the tension. Verstappen pushing the limit on an increasingly static platform, while the Ferraris and McLarens gain a few tenths here, a few tenths there, until the gap disappears. In a sport as precise as Formula One, that's a dangerous game to play, especially for a team that's been leading from the front for so long. The challenger teams smell blood. While Red Bull hits pause, the rest of the grid is doing the exact opposite. Ferrari has introduced an entirely new aerodynamic package targeting more downforce in high-speed corners. Mercedes has been experimenting with upgraded floor designs and front wing profiles. McLaren, who started the season behind, is now running a heavily upgraded car that's been closing the gap visibly with every race. In this context, Red Bull's decision could be interpreted as an open invitation, an opportunity for rivals to pounce. When Lewis Hamilton, Charles Leclerc, and Lando Norris hear no more upgrades, they don't see caution, they see vulnerability. They know that Formula One is a development war, and Red Bull just laid down their weapons. That shift in momentum could make the second half of the season far more volatile and far more exciting. What happens next? So where does Red Bull go from here? It's a gamble. If their current car setup is genuinely superior enough to weather the storm, they might still hold on to the championship. But if Ferrari or McLaren gains even half a second per lap over the next 3 races, the championship fight could be blown wide open. This also raises questions about Red Bull's 2026 strategy. Are they sacrificing short-term glory to focus entirely on the next generation of Formula One? Will this decision backfire, costing them both the drivers and constructors titles? And how will Verstappen handle a season where he might actually have to fight tooth and nail for wins again? One thing's for sure, the balance of power in Formula One is shifting, and Red Bull may have just handed their rivals the blueprint to mount a comeback. Outro, and there you have it. Red Bull, the team that built its empire on constant innovation, is putting the brakes on upgrades. Whether this is a brilliant long-game strategy or a desperate damage control maneuver is something only time will tell. But one thing's for certain, the rest of the paddock has just been handed a golden opportunity. And Max Verstappen, he's about to face the fiercest challenge of his championship reign. If you found this breakdown insightful, smash that like button and subscribe for more deep dive F1 content. We'll be tracking this story as it evolves, with updates after every Grand Prix and every team announcement. Let us know in the comments, is Red Bull playing it smart, or are they setting themselves up for a massive fall? Do you think Verstappen can hold on to the lead without any more upgrades?